unit. Hello. Thank you. That got their attention. Good to go.
Who's on the winch anyway?
Mike Buckland.
No, not Mike Buckland. Mike.
Not Buckland? I'm not sure. Mike someone. I have control.
Sanford.
There'll be a right wing down, or I'll try and aim straight slightly because the wind's all over the place.
You shouldn't release yourself, you know, you should wait until the winch driver releases the power.
Okay.
Reduce the power. Otherwise you're releasing under tension, aren't you?
Yeah. Okay. Just try and turn towards him. I want to attempt to get under him. What's it been like all day anyway?
It's been, you know, quite good in times, not so good at others really. It's been,
We're in horrible sync.
Yeah, so why don't you straighten up and see if you can push back into it. No, straighten up completely, I would. Pointing in the direction of where the thermal was last good.
Which is about here.
Try going around to the right. You really want to to be ahead of the ridge, don't you? Level the wings until you find something, because going round around in sink's not a good idea.
Glider in front of us.
Yeah, I've got him, that's pretty confident.
There it is. Varied today, isn't it? Very varied.
Now bear in mind you are now drifting downwind and you're not making much progress. So in a situation like this, I would always try and push back up to wind a bit.
Okay.
Because unless you've got a really strong thermal, there's no point just drifting downwind with a weak thermal.
Yeah. Okay. Anything here? Nope.
And also, chances are the face of the ridge is kicking off some of these thermals, so
Yeah.
you're better off being ahead of the ridge.
I'm out of it again.
Yeah, so always push forward. Try and push back forward ahead of the ridge.
Straighten up a bit. Just totally go.
You see, it's 700 feet. If you turn the way you did now, you're just going to drift even further. The other thing I would always do is turn away out from the ridge towards the motorway. Every time you turn behind the ridge, don't forget there's probably nasty stuff happening behind the ridge as well.
Yeah. They're getting quite low now.
Yeah, so what are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna have to start heading over towards the circuit. So I'll head towards the ridge. Try and get something.
Well, is that a good strategy?
No, I don't think I'll make it.
Okay, so what else can you do?
Turn left
Yeah,
and start.
exactly.
I'll push out to a high key. I'll start turning up.
You've got enough height to push the high key?
500 feet. No, it might make sense for me to turn out.
Don't just turn around and go downwind. Go on your downwind leg.
Okay, 500 feet. Just push out a tad.
And I suggest about a 60 knot approach speed because it is getting pretty gusty there. As you've just discovered.
Okay.
So we want 60, don't we? And let the speed lead on. Close the brakes a bit. Yeah, if you hadn't closed the brake, or if I hadn't closed the brakes, then we were. Could you see our descent rate was a bit rapid?
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why, do you know why that was? Because you didn't maintain the 60 knots that I told you to maintain.
Slightly under, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so a couple of things with that. Winch launch was fine. Don't release under tension.
Okay.
There's a good winch driver. He will back off the power and it should back release. So
okay.
Just stick with it.
I've just been told that we shouldn't really be relying on the back release
Well, clearly, if it's not going to release, then you need to do something about it. But the launch wasn't over by any means when you actually chose to release under tension. So it's not good for the.
No.
It's not good for anything to release under tension. So wait until the winch driver cuts the power, which you will do. Yeah. Ridge sort of semi-ridge, semi-thermal days.
It was odd.
Try and stay ahead of the ridge. Try not to allow yourself to get drifted downwind behind.
By
the ridge.
ahead, do you mean
in front of the ridge?
Okay.
But there was plenty working in front of the ridge, but turning at 800-900 feet and then drifting downwind isn't going to put you in a particularly good position. So I would always, on a day like this, try as much as I could to stay ahead of the ridge. Okay. And also, as I was saying to you, the face of the ridge, the inclination of the angle of the ridge will kick off the thermals anyway. So you're more likely to find them in front of the ridge than you are if you go behind. Okay.
That's cool.
What else was I going to say to you? Yeah, and then you had chosen. You told me you were going to try and. Well, first of all, I think you were going to try and get to a high key area on that side of the field.
I was attempting to, but I was thinking I don't have enough height here. It was in the back of my head.
Then you said to me that you were going to try and get to the high key area on that side. Well, at that point we only had about 5 or 600 feet.
Yes. Because
that wasn't going to work, was it?
Because I wasn't sure if there was a left-hand circuit, for example, you'd have to keep to that circuit.
No. You can't stay. You've got to do what's
best for appropriate.
You didn't have enough height to do anything other than turn downwind and get on with it.
Yeah. Okay.
Made it. I don't think you stopped though. No, I don't think you have.
Yes. And I do need to practice launch failures as well.
Yeah, I think we need to do a bit more before we get to that.
Okay. What's up, huh? Yeah. We got low. Sorry? We got low.
No, but...
Yeah, surprisingly there is still lift up there. Close.
Some stuff bubbling around, so... Okay. That was a successful flight, a few offs, you know, but all you can do is get better at it by doing it more. Landing, I need to maintain at 60 knots. Apart from that, it's all good. The airbags were closed because rate of descent was quite high. It would have been maybe a slightly bumpy landing, but it was good for what it was. Instructor didn't necessarily have to intervene, but it was okay. Good flight. Let's do this thing again.